Fuck you, fuckball.
You said that it's a phase, just something I'd outgrow. But I got a girlfriend and she's got a lawn that I'd sure like to mow. Go on and wish that Brad Pitt would come along. But I prefer Madonna in a lacy thong. 'Cause I'm a lesbian, I don't like.
Hi, hello. This is show number 60. I am your host, Sandoval. That would be my name if I was an artiste. Artist. My S's sound very sharp on this microphone sometimes, like Winona Ryder. Winona Ryder has some sharp S's. So, yeah, I'm so tired of all this political shit that's going on. I'm so tired of listening to both of them. It's like having incessant children that will not stop trying to kill each other. Some people have that. You know, they don't really know how to handle their children, so they end up with kids who always want to kill each other. And what happens when you have siblings that always want to kill each other? Is they always end up having to go to mommy or daddy. If you don't know how to have children, don't have them. Don't have them. Don't do it to yourself, that's one. But more to the point is don't do it to the children. Who's going to take care of me when I'm old? You know, a lot of times it doesn't mean that your kids are going to end up taking care of you when you get old. This is America. Things are very different here. You know, this isn't China where, you know, the oldest daughter has to take care of the entire family, which is what I'm going to end up doing. And, you know, you say to yourself, you know, what makes a person become a certain way, right? Because you always think about, you know, who are they? Why would someone be like a feminist or something? You know, like when you say, what on earth happened? I know some people think that because they're uneducated. And people, they're so odd, you know, because maybe you don't realize that a lot of the way you're living your life is feminist, which I know a lot of women have selective amnesia. They remember what they want to remember with it. And then you have these, and they say, oh, well, I'm not a feminist. Like, what idea do they have in their mind of what it is to be a feminist? And I know that a lot of people don't want to admit that women are discriminated against in a world where we are more than half of the population. I know that's kind of difficult to process and really understand because you say, how on earth can that be, right? And if you were to say to yourself, yeah, you know, I'm a feminist, it might imply that maybe they should be doing something, educating themselves. You know, it's so much easier to live in a fantasy land that it doesn't happen. Oh, you're not a feminist, so that means that you think that men should be allowed to beat women in the face until they look like Hedda Nussbaum. Is that what you mean when you say you're not a feminist? You think that men should be allowed to beat their wives' face in, rape them, and throw them out of the house? I mean, because if you're against that, I hate to tell you, that's pretty feminist of you. And I guess if you're not a feminist, you think that when you're walking, so let's say, to the store after a certain hour, and you have to consider things that men don't have to consider, I guess you think that a homeless guy should be allowed to rape you behind the store. And you shouldn't really have anywhere to go to report it. It's not, you know, I guess if you're not a feminist, then you really should agree with what I'm saying right now. You know what I'm saying? I could go on for hours, but, you know, I'll just name a few small things here. Is, you know, you probably should be doing the same work and getting paid, I don't know, 70 cents to every man's dollar. If you are not a feminist, you should want that. When you go to a job, you should say, look, what are the men getting paid for this position? Let's say you want to be an editor at some shitty magazine like Cosmo because you're a dumbass. And you walk into Cosmo because you're a moron. When you go on a job interview, you should say, hey, I want to know, what is the man starting pay for this position? And then when they say the number, you should say, oh, no. I want you to knock off 30%. Because, what do you think I am, some kind of feminist? So when you hear these people say, I'm not a feminist, what you're saying is you're an ass. Effectively, that is what you're saying, is you're an ass. I will say that the women's movement has not been the most proficient in the media. You know, the media took huge blows at feminism The only time they ever publish articles on feminism is to say how it's dead, or to have some feminist women striking back at something sexist, they're fighting, But it's not dead. It's alive and kicking. The movement is fragmented, which is sad to say, but I think that no movement is perfect. You can't place such a high importance on people to be perfect, because no one is. I have a lot of issues with many organizations, which will remain nameless, and so what comes from your anger and lack, you try to do it on your own. If you have a voice and it's different, which is why I'm saying, now they're going to bail out these newspapers. You gotta be kidding me. How much propaganda can you possibly put out there? What is this thing that you bail out businesses that fail? If it's failing, it's because it's a failure. If they need money and they're not surviving, it means that people aren't consuming it. It's a failure. So just because you save them and force it down everybody's throat does not make it successful. What the fuck else can you fucking bail out? We need a bailout. The Lesbian Mafia needs a bailout. Fuck you. I need a fucking bailout. Is there an application form for bailouts? Because we need a fucking bailout. I'm going with my fucking hand out. I'm not showing up in a $10,000 Armani suit asking for welfare either. The way things are right now is so disgusting. I'm disgusted. That's what's going on with me. I don't understand. I don't understand. We're in fucking Afghanistan now. I don't get it. And then these people, you gotta do this. It's gotta be federal. We gotta take it federal. What do you think Obama loves you? He sends you on an Easter egg hunt at the White House. That's where he sends you. He wouldn't have signed that executive order in June or July or whenever it was, the way Bill Clinton signed DADT in the middle of the night like a fucking thief, like a thief in a ninja suit. He signed it in the middle of the night while everybody was sleeping. Let's just move forward.
We want information. Information. Information.
Who are you?
The new number 2.
Who is number 1?
You are number 6.
I am not a number. I am a free man.
Hi, Kaye.
Hi.
So this is your first time talking with me here. I don't think anybody knows who you are. We've been friends for millennia. How long have we been friends? I'm having soup.
My daughter's 12. Maybe about 15, 16 years.
Oh my God, we're old.
No, your fucking ass is old. I am young. Thank you.
You are of the heterosexual persuasion. Am I correct in assuming that?
Yes, you can assume.
I don't want to assume because I'm starting to think that you might be having some issues.
I don't think I'm having any issues. I just think things are just weird. Maybe because I'm just too friendly.
So your problem is straight women have been coming on to you everywhere.
I think they're straight. You think. You don't really know a person,
So these are not like gay women. So what do you think it is about you?
Living in the South, we're not huggy, kissy here. And, I'm a Northern girl. And we hug and kiss and call each other honey and I love you and that kind of stuff. And I grew up like that. It's very different.
Yeah, and I think your surroundings do affect how you behave sometimes. But generally, if you're a warm person, you're going to be warm
with everyone.
But yes, so maybe they're mistaking your friendliness for you being interested?
Could be.
So what's your feeling when these perceived straight women come on to you? Do you feel like, oh my God, I'm going to throw up? Because that's how I feel when that happens.
No, I'm usually shocked, like, oh my God, that just came out of her fucking mouth?
Do you feel any attraction towards these women? Are you attracted to them sexually?
No.
What if they were very, very attractive? Would it at least be flattering?
I don't know, because it hasn't happened. So when it does, you'll be the first one to know.
Would you consider yourself homophobic?
No, absolutely not.
Would you ever say that you were?
That I'm homophobic?
Yeah.
No. I would be lying on myself because I'm not.
I think you're homophobic.
I can't be. You're my friend, and I love you.